I feel pretty good. A little sore.
No injuries?
Not too bad.
Nothing,
Just
nothing major.
hope I can still have kids. That's about it.
I know, bro. Bro, we're gonna talk about that. Let me set this slide feed up. Where you at? You at home?
Yeah, I'm at the house.
So you guys didn't stay long out in Vegas, huh?
No, we're pretty much on quarantine the whole time too, so we didn't get to do a whole lot.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
It's crazy.
Nothing's really open out there, right?
Yeah, no, we tried to go out, but you had to stay like four people to a table, and we had a pretty big group. It just didn't work out.
Right. Yeah, that's pretty shitty. Good old quarantine.
Yeah, it's a crazy time.
All right. I'm sharing it. If you want to share it, you can. If not, don't worry about it.
Yeah, I'll share it after.
All right, let's start the recording. All right, everybody. Welcome back to Open Mat Chat. This is episode 59. We have local UFC fighter Nathan Maness with us today. I appreciate you jumping on, man. I know your phone's probably blowing up like crazy.
No, it's all good.
You're going to get too famous to talk to us, so we might as well get it in now. No, man. So we'll jump into this topic that it was a post that you made that man, it kind of hit my heart a little because it's a post I see a lot of fighters make, and it's one of those posts where you're deciding in life where you're gonna go. You know, you feel like your dreams of fighting MMA, making a career out of it, is at a point, a standstill. And I saw that post, and I was like, man, I don't want to be that guy. Like, you know, just trying to like butt in and tell them to keep it going or whatever. But it was kind of crazy, right? Because I saw that post, and when I saw that post, and then I saw that you had a fight on like a 9-day notice for UFC. My first thing that hit me in my head is, man, he made a post like that. Like, he's probably not training hard. He's not fight ready, because mentally he made a post that's like almost like he's kind of done. Is there some truth to that?
Yeah, I made a post this morning. Since I'd started my new job, I'd probably trained 5 times in 3 months. I hadn't been in the gym at all. The only reason my weight was really within striking distance is because I'd been roofing. You know, I'd been sweating it off and working hard but not training.
Right.
And we literally trained 9 days for this fight, and that's it.
Yeah, that's what so that was my worry when we were watching the fight. I was like, man, I bet he hasn't been training because he made that post. And
yeah,
I mean, it's one of those things your coaches probably always told you, just stay ready, always stay ready.
Yeah.
But it doesn't happen like that in real life.
Right. Yeah, it's hard, man. 15, 16-hour days. I think that's really what was getting me down. I love to fight. I could still do it. You know what I mean? I could always do it. You kind of don't forget. But it's just hard to make a decent living, work all the time, and still train and train
Right.
for smaller shows too. Like, there's really no payoff if you're not in the UFC.
Yeah, because people don't know, how hard roofing is. That's a pain in the ass job, and we've had some really hot summer days, so you're up on a roof and
right,
a lot of physical work, man. Yeah, it's really motivating, I think, for a lot of these fighters out here that are still chasing the dream, because you try to get on the Contender Series? That was your next step. You were hoping to get on that.
yeah. Whenever I got the call, I was on my lunch break and my manager Pat had been blowing me up. I thought it was a Contender Series fight, which would be exciting. But I feel like I could have done that, years ago. I've seen guys getting on at 4-1, 5-1. I was
Right.
23 years old with that record. So I would have done it, but it really wasn't what I wanted.
Yeah. Yeah, you would have done it, but like you said. So what happened? So your manager was messaging you. Where were you at work?
Yeah, I was at work. I went on my lunch break, and I had like 10 missed calls, so I called him back, and he did a good job of hiding it at first. He was wanting to break it to me. He's like, "Well, I got you a fight." And I was like, "All right, Contender Series." We'd been talking to like Cage Fury Fighting Championships, trying to get a fight or something. And I was okay. It's gonna be a fight. And he's like, "You're fighting Ray Borg in 2 weeks." I've already accepted it, which is fine with me because he knew I wanted it. I would take anybody, and it made the rest of the day go by easier.
Yeah, yeah. With a call like that, like your manager's got to say yes quick.
Oh yeah, and I tried to take 6 short notice fights. Lead the weeks leading up to that post I made, from anywhere as high as 55 down to 35. I tried to fight Frankie Edgar when Pedro Munoz went out. I mean, anybody. So he already knew. Just say yes.
Just say yes. And how did your heart feel when you heard that?
Oh man, I was excited. You're not allowed to tell anybody, but I broke all those rules. I was calling everybody.
And was the next thing in your head like, well, shit, I got to see where my lungs are?
Yeah. I was straight to the gym. We had to fill out a bunch of paperwork and stuff that night just to seal it up. But the next day, I was sparring 5-5s, just jumping right in the mix. So those 9 days were hard. They were cutting weight. Basically off the couch. It was kind of rough.
Plus, people don't understand the medicals you have to have to fight in Vegas are crazy, right?
Yeah.
What all did you have to get done?
I had brain scans, MRIs, ophthalmologist for the eyes. It couldn't be an optometrist. Physicals, different kind of blood work than usual. They added some kind of complete blood test or something, a CBC or something. All of it got pretty expensive. It was pretty different.
And then did it cross your mind? What if you test positive for Corona?
Man, the whole time. I think Bobby and Dave Overfield. So Dave was supposed to be in my corner, and they flew down a little late, and he had a false positive on one of his tests, and he'd been in the room with us all day, and they wouldn't let him in my corner. But it's something that's in the back of your head. The commission was thinking about canceling my fight just to be safe. So I mean, it was all kind. It seems like it's always like that, man. It's always something. Nothing goes smooth around here.
Right, and I talked to you. I think the night before your weigh-ins, I was checking in with you. Said you had a few pounds to still cut because you woke up Friday thinking you're fighting at 135.
Thursday night at like 10 o'clock. So I was getting ready to sweat. I like to sweat mine out before and just go to sleep and relax. I don't like to get up super early and try to be on a time schedule. Right. And I dialed it down from 55 to 41, and I was getting ready to sweat off those last 4 or 5 when I got the call that Borg was up.
And you said that was at 10 at night, Thursday night?
Yeah, that was at night. So
now, when they said he was out, did they have a replacement right away? Yeah,
I guess it had happened earlier, which they didn't want to say anything to me until they knew if they had a replacement. But it kind of would have helped out quite a bit. I'd ate like 1 meal that day.
Mm-hmm.
And they gave my manager the info. We jumped on a phone call, and I literally had to decide in like 5 minutes. Hadn't watched any film. My manager knew this and that about him, but you know how fighters are. We want to watch film, make sure it makes sense, and we had to make a decision right there.
Wow. So then you kind of you got a little heartbroken, and then you got relieved that you still had a fight for the UFC.
Yeah, it was just a weird feeling. You want to fight. I came all this way. I've done all this quarantining. I cut weight. I want to get paid for sure. Yeah. But you want the right opportunity too. We've been preparing for Ray Borg 5'4". I had a foot of reach on him, and now you're fighting somebody that's your size, up a weight class. A world champion, jiu-jitsu black belt. Right. It's different. It's different.
Yeah. But you would have took it at 55, huh?
Yeah. I'm not gonna say. Everybody tries to act real confident. I'm not gonna say that I sat there and as I heard it, my first thought was, man, I don't want to do that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't want to go up a weight class. I've already got a lot stacked against me as it is. But 2 or 3 minutes in, fighters fight. So let's do it.
Yeah. Yeah, I figured. I mean, it's not what you wanted, but you wanted to be on the UFC and you got to do it. So that's
For
pretty
sure.
dope. But does Dana tell you anything? Did he talk to you? Did he say like, hey man, next one at 35, or thanks for
No,
stepping up?
I didn't get to talk to Dane at all. I know my manager, he talks directly to Sean. They're pretty close, and Sean was thrilled that I took it. He said he likes me, pretty well, and he really wanted me to take the fight, and they're going to pressure you into taking any fight either. So who knows what's the truth and what's this and that. But I didn't get to talk to Dane at all. He came and gave us a little speech, cussing at us. You know how he does it.
Right. Yeah. I was wondering if he just gave you a little incentive, but so before you even signed to fight Ray Borg, was your contract a 4-fight contract? Is that how they do it?
Yeah. My first contract after the board thing was a 4-fight deal. The one short notice and then the standard 3.
Okay, so that counted as one.
Yeah, it counted as one.
So I was hoping that they would give you like an incentive, give you a little extra pay.
I thought that I would get something. I kind of went through quite a bit, but it's still better money than I've ever made fight.
It's probably the most money you've ever made compared to all your
sure. It makes a difference. Yeah.
Yeah, I know how much you made, but you don't have to tell everybody. That's a nice chunk of money. And are you going to use that, to take some time off of work to train, or cut back hours of work, or quit?
I haven't. Me and the wife haven't really sat down and really talked about it, but I think we're kind of understanding. I'm just going to jump into this. I'm going to train full time and hopefully just get a quick turnaround. Make my money fighting what I love to do. So.
Yeah. So when you sign a contract like that, do they give you like an estimated time of when your next fight could be, possibly?
All it says is they're required to offer me 3 fights a year, and if they don't offer me the contracted 3 fights, then they have to pay me like I did fight, from what I understand. But the way everyone's been turning around, getting quick fights with the pandemic, they're trying to get as many shows out as they can for their ESPN deal. I don't think it'll be too hard of a problem.
Right. Yeah, there's a lot of options at that weight class at 35 right now, so that's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw your interview, your call out.
Yeah.
Who was the guy you called out?
I said me and Ray Borg could do it, and Cody Durden. I think he trains a American top team in Atlanta. I don't have nothing personal with him. I've tried to fight him a couple times. He's had a good record. I got a good record. It just made sense to me, and we fought on the same card, so I expect the comeback time would make sense. He was fresh in everybody's head, just trying to get something done.
Yeah, already calling people out. Look at you.
It's really not me. I'm working on it.
I know. Yeah, you're not much of on social media and stuff. Are you going to kick that up? Does your manager tell you like, hey, you need to get on this?
We've talked about it here and there. It's more of my friends. You need to get on there and talk a lot of trash to all these people. Me for a long time. Yeah. I don't have too much of it in me.
Right.
I'm here now, though. I think if I continue to win fights, everything's going to be all right either way. Yeah. I can call out some people and, give some.
Yeah.
At least some specific.
Stay active on social media, though, because if you see some of that stuff that behind the scenes with Dana White, and they see who has the following and who's, right. It's like it's kind of sad to say that takes a, they look at that like that's a good thing too. Oh, he's got a big following. Oh, he's got social media covered.
Right.
But it is hard. I understand. Not trying to talk shit because you've never done that. You got a lot of fights, and you're always like chill, respectful, and you'll post, "Hey, I got a fight coming up. Want tickets?" And then people usually post you won. You don't really get on there.
Yeah, I don't know.
You got to start, man. You got to get on. Just give Bobby Evans your account info, okay?
Oh, man,
Bobby
he would have he'd have my mom fired up thinking it was me. Boy, she'd come with both of us.
No. Yeah, let's so you're still with your original coach from Tag, right?
Yes.
What's his name? Give him a shout out.
Brad Cummings.
Yeah, so I met you guys a long time ago. You guys have been around forever. And now you go up to Nice Guys with
I've
Bobby
been going
and
up there 2 or 3 times a week.
yeah. And that's a great group of guys. People don't realize that they all used to fight too. They're fighters too. You know, even
Right.
Joe Bays. Joe Bays had some crazy fights, man, in his day.
Man, Joe's tough.
Joe's tough, man. And definitely the jiu-jitsu side is on point up there. You got a lot of pros. So is that going to be your fight camp? You're going to continue splitting days, Tag and Nice Guys?
Yeah, that's the plan, man. I've said it for a while now. It's a part of my story. You know, I'm going to stay right here local. You know, I don't think anything's broken, so no need to fix nothing. Just add some pieces here and there, Bobby and Dave and Joe. And yeah, I feel good about it.
Yeah, you'll probably attract a few more sparring partners, I would say.
Right,
you know, people, if people are smart, they'd want to come down and get sparring.
Yeah. I know Bobby and Dave. They're always traveling around. You know, it ain't nothing to take a few weekend trips and pick up some new tricks here and there.
Yeah, those guys cross train and teach seminars everywhere. So
yeah,
and they're a great group of guys, man. I've traveled and hung out with them plenty of times for jiu-jitsu tournaments.
Yeah, they're wild.
It's always a good time, man.
All right.
No, but so this experience, have you been to Vegas before?
Yeah, I tried out for the the Ultimate Fighter for Stipe and Cormier, so we were down there for that.
Okay, how did that go?
The tough tryouts.
Yeah.
Man, and on my weight class, you know, is at 145. There was 4 submissions in the entire, you know, little showcasing or whatever, and I had one of those. And Bryce Mitchell had 2, and Jason Suarez from Florida, he had 1, and me and Jason didn't get picked up, and there was no other submissions other than us 3. So I felt like it went pretty good. You know, my stand-up I felt like was better than a lot of people's there, but my personality, you know, as soon as we talked to the producers, I was like, well, there goes my shot.
It sucks, man. It's crazy.
Yeah.
How'd you like that experience, though? Would you have tried out again?
Yeah, I'd try it out again. Obviously, I like being signed outright more than having to go through the house, so I think it all worked out the way it was supposed to.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'd have tried out for it again.
Right. Yeah, people say that it's better if you could just get a contract the way you did rather than go through the house.
I've heard the pay isn't as good as if you go through the house too.
Yeah.
But,
they lock you in. They lock you in dirt cheap.
Yeah.
They get you. Yeah, man. So I was wondering too, like the hype, you know, like that feeling, you know, you get there. Did you go to the Apex Center? You know, you're seeing like people that you've been watching. You're probably a fan. You know, like you don't want to be a fan, but you're a fan at the same time, right? Like
yeah,
that's tough.
We were in the locker room just kind of warming up, and you know, I'm pacing. I'm getting ready to go out pretty soon, and Herb Dean walks in, and Brad's picking up his phone and trying to take pictures. And I tell my other corner man, it's like, you can't take these Union County guys anywhere.
He's like,
yeah, keep it cool, man.
Herb,
keep it cool.
Herb, hold on, let's get a selfie real quick before we walk out. Yeah, I mean, it's hard, man, because you know you're excited and stuff, and you want to get that feeling, and you're a fan, and your dreams coming true, you know. So you kind of want to document all that too, man.
Yeah, the biggest difference I think was the support, you know, from everybody. As far as the fighting go, I can't say that I was any more nervous than any other fight. I was just as nervous to fight Kellen Van Camp at Hard Rock as I was for this one. Right. I don't know if that had to do with you know, we didn't have an audience. It was kind of smaller. That could have had something to do with it, but the biggest difference was all the support. The fight was really just a fight.
That's good, man. Yeah, and you know, you're a very experienced fighter, so I think that helps a lot. You've had a lot of fights, and how the shows in Canada were pretty big, right?
Yeah, I think that prepared me quite a bit too. You know, we did photo shoots and press conferences, so I kind of walked in and already knew the drill.
Yeah, because I remember you would go out there like almost a week before your fight, right, to do all the press and all that. Yeah, so you're preparing. You get this short notice UFC fight with the UFC contract. You're having to cut weight, do your medicals, and test yourself to make sure you're not going to gas out, right? To pace yourself.
Right. Yeah.
So that's pretty mentally tough too, I would imagine.
Yeah, and most of the days we were gassing out. You know what I mean? So it's hard to keep that confidence high too when your body just isn't ready those first 3 or 4 days.
Yeah,
Bobby and Dave were beating me to death.
blowing out your lungs.
Yeah, man, it was tough.
Yeah, so I saw they picked you up in a limo.
Yeah, it was nice.
Right?
I actually took a few pictures with some of the limo drivers after. They were excited about it.
That's pretty cool, man. Yeah, it's pretty awesome for you to get this experience, and it's like it sucks that it's during COVID, because you couldn't really have big after parties, like enjoy that big Vegas life. But I mean, the main point was for you to get onto the UFC, and you've done it. So I get that. Who all went with you guys?
Me and Brad went down originally. We went down Tuesday, and we had to do 3 COVID tests. And we were pretty much locked in the hotel the whole week. A lot of sitting around. I had my own little personal workout room. We try to hit a couple workouts a day just to keep the weight off. My second corner, Aaron, came in Thursday night. Dave and Bobby come in Thursday. And I had a few friends. Tickets are so cheap right now flying down. I had 6 friends come down and just stay in the hotel next door to hang out afterwards, and they watched it there and had a good time. But there was about 10 of us all together.
Okay, nice. Yeah, it's good to come down for the sport. Sucks that you guys couldn't go really party hard. Or do you party hard? Do you drink?
Yeah, I do drink, but man, after fights, you get that big adrenaline dump, man, and I go out just to hang out with all the people. I'm pretty much ready to go to sleep.
Yeah, so you just go say hi.
Yeah.
That's funny, man. Yeah, I was wondering how all the COVID testing and all that stuff. Are they still doing all the way through the nostril?
No, luckily they were doing our little throat swab. It wasn't bad at all. We had to go down every morning for a temperature check at 9:00 every single day, and we took 3 COVID tests. But other than that, man, it was really just being quarantined in the room. Me and Brad looking at each other with nothing to do. That was kind of the hard part, and they're 2 hours behind us, so it felt like the days lasted forever.
Right. What about for cutting weight and stuff? Where did you have to go for that?
Well, by the time I was getting ready to cut weight, I was getting the call up to 45. But I had like a little sauna in my workout room. And other than that, I was throwing on some sweats, and we were just hitting mitts and rolling and stuff like that.
So when you got the call, you were like, okay, I can stop cutting weight. Did you eat a meal? Did you hydrate?
Yeah, man, I Grubhubbed me a cheeseburger over there like 10 minutes after I found out.
Oh my God. A cheeseburger, bro?
A cheeseburger. Man, that's what I know Dave was probably judging me over there. He's a fight veteran, and man, I eat everything. Got pancakes the next morning. Like, I eat bad.
Oh my God.
Fuel the machine.
That's so funny, dude. So you ate that cheeseburger, and did it put up like what, 2 pounds on you?
I had me like a little ice cream sitting there waiting for afterway, so I had to do that too. I was 41 at like 10 o'clock when I found out, and by like 11:30 I was 46.
Okay, so the night before your UFC weigh-ins, you had a cheeseburger and ice cream.
It could have worked out a lot worse, man. It wasn't a bad deal, really.
Did you have some water with it or soda?
A little bit, but it takes up too much room, man. It's bothering my food intake.
Oh my God! And so by the time you went to bed, you were pretty much where you needed to be.
Yeah, I was about 46 and a half, and I just had like a little bottle of water that morning. I didn't eat anything, and I think I weighed in at 44 and a half.
And what time were your weigh-ins? At 10?
They were from 9 to 11. I got there about 10.
Sleep in a little. So then after you weighed in, did you get to go eat right away, or did you have to do some press?
We had to sit around, and Dana gave us our little speech or whatever. We had to check in with some doctors. I probably didn't get to eat till about 12:30.
Yeah, that's what I've heard that before from some people that have fought for UFC that they weigh in and then they had to wait around like 2 hours before
Yeah,
they get to actually.
they gave us a lot of hydration stuff, some shakes that I guess their nutritionists make, and some grilled chicken. But I don't really want no part of no grilled chicken after weigh-ins.
Man, that diet. Did you get to go to the Apex Center?
We went there for our photo shoots and some stuff like that. We didn't go to train at all.
No.
We had like our own personal little room, and it was just easier to walk over and do what we were going to do right there.
So was it open to train if you wanted to?
It was open to the fighters. You had to make an appointment and had to make sure you weren't going at the same time as your opponent. It was just a little bit of extra stuff that I didn't really need. We had everything we needed right there.
Right. Yeah, I would say I would want to go after you fought, just to go enjoy the hot tub and the cold tubs.
Right. It's a really nice facility. We went there. Our locker rooms were in the main training area right there, and they had a ring and cage and all that stuff. It was really nice.
That's dope, man. Yeah, man. How exciting was that? Like, was that like the best time of your life? I mean,
yeah, man. We were big on just trying to stay in the moment and enjoying it, and taking pictures, and everything was real relaxed. It's not what I thought it would be nerve wise. Like I said, the nerves were about the same, but everything it was a cool experience, man. I'm ready to do it again. Definitely at least one more time this year.
Yeah, you're married?
Yeah, I got married January this year.
Okay, that's what I thought. I wasn't sure. Did your wife go?
Yeah, she was one that came down. She came down Thursday night.
Okay, and how was her nerves?
Crying. She can't. She's not built for it, I don't think. I actually had her in my corner for Mark McDonald at Premiere a couple years ago. And we were back there warming up, and she was crying in the back. It's hard to act tough when your corner's crying.
I know. Oh my God, that's funny, man. So she's been around, so she understands weight cuts and.
Yeah, she deals with me just fine. It gets tough sometimes. Yeah.
Yeah, I could. I imagine. Yeah, some women aren't built for that too, for that life, because MMA fighters are already kind of sensitive, more or less when they're cutting weight. It's a lot worse.
Yeah, she does a good job of not pushing too much from me. Especially when you're getting real close to weigh-ins and you just really don't have energy for anything other than training and running. She takes care of it.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like they should that's a whole different life of the wife, the wife part, having to deal with their fighter and not saying know their place, but know not to like start with them,
Right. We had a couple of run-ins in the beginning, but we got on the same page eventually.
Yeah, I mean the goal's the same,
Right.
Become a UFC fighter.
Yeah, for sure.
So you are gonna lower your hours at work or quit altogether?
We haven't talked if I'm gonna quit or just lower my hours, but either way, I'm gonna make sure I'm in the gym. So it's
what's your boss? What's your boss say?
He's been really supportive of this fight. He said my job's here. Whenever I get back, take this time and train. We haven't had a discussion about what's next. After the win. If I would have lost, I definitely would have. Got to keep your job. The show money's not enough to really put back and be able to survive for too long. So but with the win, I'm gonna try to just train full time.
So you got your show money, then you got win money. Were there any kind of sponsors or bonus money?
Yeah, and I had $3,500 from Reebok. That's the opening. After 4 fights, it goes up, and then I had my local sponsors. I think I had about 12 local sponsors.
Yeah. So now it's time to get more sponsors.
Right. Which I think I had like 8 before, and then so I bumped it up 4, and then I had a lot of people that just wanted to donate to the cause.
Right. Yeah. So you said Reebok. So when's the Venom start for them? Do you know?
I don't know. I've been hearing it's really soon, so I feel like I came in at a good time. I got my Reebok kit, and then I'm just in time to get my Venom kit too.
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask that next. I was going to say, do you have to wear the Reebok for the next 3 fights, or when Venom comes in, do you get to wear that?
Right. Yeah, and Reebok hooked us up, man. We're all four of us, me and my three corners, all got fight kit bags, probably $500 or $600 worth of gear, shoes. They hooked us up. It's really nice.
Yeah. Yeah, I like their gear and stuff. I mean, I wish they paid the fighters more, but
Right.
I do like the gear. But yeah, I was shocked to see Venom was going to be the next.
Yeah. I didn't see that coming either. I've heard the fighter's going to get a lot more money from it, though. So, maybe it'll be a good thing.
Yeah, hopefully. Yeah, hopefully. All right, so let's go ahead and play your fight through your head. I was gonna tell you, man, those knees looked bad, but I'm sure you know. Yeah, and I saw you make a post. I did see. I thought I saw more than three knees. Yeah, I saw a few in the cage, and I think the ref was like walking side to side, and I don't think you caught that. So, one put you on your butt, right?
Yeah. Two of them kind of put me down.
Yeah.
I've never been low blowed 10 years of fight. I've had 22 fights. I've never been low blowed. You kind of try to stay off the internet a little bit, but I've seen a couple of people, I don't know them personally, that I was faking it and this and that. I thought I was down, so I needed a minute. My cardio was, to be on 9 days, I had 2 or 3 more rounds in me. I could hear him breathing, and that's what really pushed me through is I didn't want him resting.
Right.
But, yeah, there was 3 or 4 that didn't get called.
Yeah, that's the – people don't realize, like, the other guy's resting also.
Yeah.
Feel like you're the one pushing the pace. You don't want that to slow down.
Yeah, every time he'd go over there and squat down, he's over there getting his breath, and I could hear him, breathing in the second round. So we got to keep going, man. We got to push through it.
Right. And so at the end of the first round, you ended up belly down, and the guy was dropping blows back of your head everywhere. I mean, he was just coming down. But you really don't look like you got marked up at all. Like
no, my face is fine. I got 2 knots on top of my head, 1 knot on the back of my head. Other than that, I felt fine. I was really more worried about the submission than the shots. Right. I think I got a pretty decent chin. I was covering up. That wasn't too big of an issue for me.
Yeah, like you could tell your face was protected. The back of your head I saw get hit a couple times because you're not supposed to hit there anyway. But
right.
and you popped right back up. So then I was like, oh, he's good.
Yeah, and I knew he was. I could even hear him breathing as he was throwing the shots. I think he put quite a bit into it. I think he thought that was his moment there.
Yeah.
I mean, I was ready to get back in there. I didn't even want to sit down in between rounds. Brad was setting me down. Right. I felt fine. I was ready to go.
Yeah, man. I was hoping for the third blow that they would take a point because
he acted like he didn't want to take it then.
I saw.
I think I started complaining a little bit, and I was telling him, "Man, there's 3 that you haven't even called. I need a little help out here." And he definitely took the point.
Pretty sure the commentary was saying the same thing.
Yeah, and the opponent, my guy, was, "Let's watch the replay. I'm not hitting him. He's lying, and this and that." And I kind of yelled over there to him, "Yeah, let's watch it. Like, let's all sit down and watch it. Right. It's right there."
Yeah, I mean, have you watched your fight?
I've watched bits and pieces of it. My corner was watching it, and I was kind of coming in and out, but I haven't sat down and just studied it.
Yeah, I mean, when they slow-mo it, you can see you get it.
He was getting.
Now, after the third, fourth, fifth, you kind of start thinking it's on purpose, right? And that's what's frustrating also, besides being in pain.
I don't know if he was just trying to get in my head, or I knew he'd only took it on a day's notice. I know he was getting ready for a Contender Series fight, so he was probably in the gym. But like I said, he was breathing. Maybe that was what he was trying to do. Maybe he didn't think that they would take a point. He was getting away with a few here and there, and I thought he was just trying to get his breath. Yeah,
maybe he was in shape, but the nerves, adrenaline dump got to him quick.
Yeah, and he was real wrestling heavy too. That's from somebody who's done kind of that game plan a few times too. Yeah. It takes it out of you.
Yeah. I mean, you were stuffing his shots too, so that was probably wearing him out pretty good.
Yeah, then, especially that late second and third, he wasn't having any kind of offense. He was just trying to hold on to me. I think he kind of gassed himself out and just wanted to stand there.
Yeah, and then you when you split him open, did you know you split him with that shot?
Yeah, my shorts were covered in blood. He was dripping right after it. I kind of felt it dig in too, so you kind of knew.
Yeah, and I think he's. I don't know, man. Do you feel like when you split someone open like that, do you feel their momentum change a little?
Yeah, yeah, and it just kind of builds. I don't know what it done to him, but it builds confidence in you that
Yeah,
I'm doing some damage. Just trying to get something going, and it was a hard fight to get a rhythm going.
yeah, yeah, man. I mean, I was impressed. I thought it was a good fight. I had you winning it, and then of course with the low blows and that point, I was like, oh yeah, definitely now. Like,
Yeah,
you had a good, a big slam in the third round. Yeah.
yeah,
And
yeah.
what was he trying to get a calf slicer on you? Is that
Yeah,
what he
and he
was
was
doing?
screaming at the top of his lungs like he had it or something. I was just sitting there; it wasn't close.
Yeah,
There was just really nowhere to go.
yeah, and then dropping some hammer fist down on
Right,
him.
right.
No, I think for your debut, that was awesome, man. I think people were excited for the Ray Borg fight too. Like, I'm like, oh, dude, that name's just so much bigger,
Yeah, yeah, it is. I think it'd be a similar style. I think he's going to try to just hang on to my legs and grapple and stuff. But just our size and body wise, I think it's going to be a lot different fight. It's a hard fight to look really good and crisp in. It's kind of just a grinding. There's really nothing you can do about that but stuff the shots and try to get your points where you can.
Yeah. Did you get an explanation what happened? Why he scratched?
All they told me was undisclosed issues. So I don't know if it was like one of the tests came back, or maybe he had a temperature one morning, or he's pulled out 15 times. There's no telling.
He always, poor guy. I understand he's got some family stuff to deal with too.
Yeah,
hopefully it's nothing like that, but
right.
Mentally, that guy probably goes through so much, and then it sucks. Hopefully it's nothing bad.
Yeah, for sure.
But if you do get another fight with them, that's going to be in the back of your head too. Like, okay, I might have an opponent change.
Right, right. I guess we want the game plan so specific, we'll kind of stretch it out a little bit just in case.
Yeah, and I wonder if they could, when you sign something like that, if they give you a bonus or if it happened again.
Man, I'd hope so. It's just more mental than anything. It takes it out of you.
Did they give out fight of the night bonuses?
Yeah, I think Luke won one. The Maya girl that submitted Calderwood, I think she got one, and I think fight of the night was Venata and Bobby Green.
Okay. Yeah, we only watched your fight. We were in my buddy's truck coming back from a grappling tournament in Cincinnati. So we were watching your fight, and then I didn't get a chance to watch the other fights. But.
Yeah.
Did you watch fights?
I watched the first two. I was back there watching, and then by the time I got all my media stuff done, we got back to the hotel in time to watch Brunson and Edmond. So we watched the main event too.
So are they trying to get you out of there right after your fight? Like as soon as your fight was done?
Yeah, we only they brought in the first 4 fights, and you could only have so many people in the arena with the protocols and everything. Right. So as soon as we got in, Brad was trying to take pictures in the cage, and they were shooing us out of there. And we went straight to the doctor, straight to my 2 interviews, and then they were shipping us right back to the hotel. There was no time there at the venue.
Did you have to take a COVID test that night after your fight?
No, after
once you're done,
yeah, they were done. So they didn't want us to leave the hotel. So once we left, we couldn't come back. So we just stayed with my wife, and we had a couple people there with rooms, but they wouldn't let us come back.
Okay. Yeah, I was wondering how that would work, with all this COVID stuff. That sucks, but is there a place you would like to fight besides Vegas if the UFC travels around?
I don't want to go to Fight Island, I'll say that. It's like a 15-hour flight. I've never been a real travel guy.
You go back in time, I think, too.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, the time zones are way different. You think Vegas 2 hours behind, and Vegas was bad, man. I don't want no part of it.
Yeah, I would say you'd have to go out there at least 2 weeks out.
Yeah. It's just it's a lot of extra. It's not for me.
Yeah,
I'll do it, but I don't really want to.
Oh, Bobby Evans said there's no alcohol there.
Well, he's out. I'm not gonna be able to get Dave there.
There's Bobby's comment. What's up, Bobby? Yeah, I mean, you got to take care of your corners with alcohol. So paying Bobby was probably pretty cheap, right? Just Bush.
Just Bush lattes, yeah.
Yeah.
I think I owe him a few here pretty soon.
Yeah, that's a cheap pay. Yeah, that's probably what I'll do. I'll have Bobby come teach a seminar and just give him a 12-pack.
That's all it takes, man. He's an easy guy to please.
But no, anywhere else? Like, I mean, do you want to travel with this? Do you want to see the world? You just want to fight?
Yeah, just not completely on the other side of the world, I guess. I travel, I went to Canada and this and that. I'm not a huge travel guy. I know it means something to a lot of people to see new places and this and that. I'm a simple guy, man. I show up to fight, and that's about the only thing that gets me going.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, I do see some people, they like, oh man, they're excited to go here and there, but for you, just fighting in the UFC.
Yeah, that's enough for me, man. I'm happy.
So what kind of turnaround you thinking? Like, if they offer you a fight end of next month?
Yeah, I could do it. Preferably, I would maybe early October would be, ideal. But I can turn it around. I'll probably need a week. My muscles are really starting to feel it here 2 days after. I'm starting to get that little, everything's a little tight. A week off and then work back into it that second week, and then I'll be ready to jump back into it.
Right on, man. Yeah, I mean, you say that now, but in 2 weeks, if they offered you a fight, you'd probably take it.
9 days for Borg, I can't say I wouldn't.
But ideal, you'd like to put in a full camp, so October would be good.
Yeah, I'd like to come out and just be a little bit sharper, a little bit more impressive. I don't close fights kind of feel like losses, honestly. I don't like it.
Right. Yeah, and with your contract, your 3-fight contract now, what's in the contract? Like, if you want to, like, what if you denied a fight?
I think they can. If I continually deny fights, I think they can cut me. I don't think I would have any kind of trouble if, I don't want to do this one this soon after this. I think it would be all right. But you can't just sit here and turn down fights. You gotta take what they give you.
Right. Yeah, that's what I was wondering. I was wondering how the contracts would work with people that deny a fight. Like, oh, I don't want to fight that guy. Like, I don't know if you have a choice. This is your job now. Like,
yeah, they're not going to put up with it for too long.
Right. As long as they give you a fair camp, you're up to fight anyone.
Yeah, I'll fight anyone. I'm really curious to see if they try to build me up with some, newer comer guys, or if me and Borg's going to be next and they believe in me like that. I'm just curious to find out and see what it is they think about me,
Right. Yeah, there's 3 cards already for the next month and a half.
Right.
Yeah.
I want to get into the top 15 and do some stuff like that, but I'm still on my base contract too. I need to restructure this thing. We start getting into some of those guys,
Right. Yeah, and that's what I was wondering. Like, would they try to offer you, even a top 10 guy on a last minute call?
Yeah.
Would you be able to renegotiate your contract right then and there?
Yeah, I would hope so. I think they have the power to do anything they want, honestly. You know what I mean? It's their contract. It protects them more than it does for me. We're just happy to be here.
Right. Yeah, and they kind of get you. They kind of get you by the balls because it's your dream and you're there. And like Dana says, like, they're lucky to be here.
Right. Getting paid, something's better than nothing. So.
Yeah, man. Well, I want to definitely come down and visit sometime, and then you guys can come down and visit anytime.
Yeah, that works.
I know you made it out one time.
Yeah, it was a great time.
Yeah, I know. We didn't even get to train.
Right.
No, but I want to make it out to go visit Bobby and them anyway. I like hanging out with those guys, man.
Yeah.
How far a drive is that for you?
About 15 minutes. I'm pretty close to the gym. Yeah.
So you always been right there.
Yeah.
So do you live on the Kentucky side?
Yeah, I live right by the bridge.
Okay. And where's Tag? Tag's on.
Yeah, it's a little south. It's probably about 30 minutes from me. It's a little bit further south.
You still got Josh Stanley training up there?
Yeah, I get him in there from time to time. They're fostering a new baby right now, and he's married too, so he's just got some other bigger life stuff going on.
The dad life.
Yeah. He came in and sparred a couple of rounds with me to give me some looks, so he can still do it. He still got it.
You still got it.
Yeah,
Yeah, man, the dad life, dude. Be careful. It's coming.
yeah. It's making him tougher, I think. I'm ready for it.
He's gonna start getting that man strength, you know.
Right.
Hey, how old are you now?
29.
29. Look at that.
Yeah. I had my first fight 10 years and 5 months ago, so a long time.
Long time. Yeah. I mean, you and Dawson fought like 8 years ago.
Yeah,
Maybe 9 years. Maybe 9 years
Yeah.
ago.
Yeah, I hadn't turned pro yet. It was a long time.
Yeah, that's when I first met you guys. Yeah, man. I'm super excited, man, for you. Seeing your Facebook work status change to UFC fighter is pretty dope because it's real.
Yeah, man. It's crazy.
Now's the time to pull out all your old tap out shirts and hats.
Right. I'm there.
Pull it out of the closet, man, and save your money, bro.
Yeah. I'm not a big spender. I like knowing that it's there more than I like buying things. So
There you go, man. Save your money. Be smart with it. Use it so you can train more, work a little bit less. But,
yeah, for sure, man.
I really appreciate you jumping on the podcast, man. I know it's the middle of the day. I know you're busy. You're
It's all good.
running errands and signing autographs now.
You care if I shout out my sponsors before I go?
Yeah, dude. Let's shout them out and where they can find you at, bro.
All right, yeah. First off, I want to thank God, my wife, my family, my friends, all the support I've gotten. I'd like to thank B&N Construction, Max Custom Completions, Baker Chiropractic, Ape Ethics, Sweeps Apparel, Great North Supplements, Team Chad Lynn at Expressway Ford, Merle Painting, M&M Residential Services, Chris Skaggs at Expressway Credit Connection, Willett Landscapes, Nachos Grill. You can find me on Instagram, Nate Mayhem 1, and on Facebook, Nate the Maness.
And you're training out of
Tag MMA and Nice Guy Submission.
Nice Guy Submission. Hey, another thing real quick. Sponsors are you still got available, right? You're open for new sponsors and
Yeah, for sure.
So do they do the banners? I couldn't.
They're not letting me do any banners. Basically, what I can offer, I try to make shirts, every fight. We couldn't get anything done for this last one.
Right.
Social media shout outs. If anybody needs anything extra from me, like to show up, sign some autograph, just do whatever I can, here locally, or there's only so much I can do actually walking to the cage and fighting.
Right. You got a fan page?
Yes, I do. Nathan Mayhem Maness.
There you go. You need to shout out your fan page. And then you got to work on making a sponsor banner for your fan page.
Yeah, I need to do that. Yep.
That'd be the best thing. So that's what people want to see, and then it'll help you. I'll send you some sponsors, man. That I got a few in mind that might jump on there.
All right, yeah. Let me know.
Especially ones that'll help you out with some nutrition.
That's what I need right there.
So you young fighters out there, like not everyone the night before their UFC weigh-ins can eat a cheeseburger with ice cream.
I'm trying to get the McMittens patented. If I can get me a couple of knockouts and get me some McDonald's, the McMittens trademark, man. That's mine.
There you go, bro. Hey, hopefully they're listening, man.
There you go, McDonald's, the McMittens.
You'll be fighting heavyweight.
Right. In time, I'm on my way.
All right, guys, make sure you follow Nathan Maness on all his social media. Share his page. Let's blow this guy up because he's too quiet and too shy on social media, and we need to get him some more followers. All right, brother. It's been good talking to you. I'll see you soon.
All right, man. Take it easy.
All right, guys. Peace out. I'll end the broadcast. Boom. Later, face.